You're a leader in an organization that's striving for high performance. But let's be honest, you probably don't always get your hiring right. Not the first time. Sometimes, sure. Most of the organizations that we work with at Rhealize have this exact same issue. What I'm going to reveal to you is a process. This process will help you to get your hiring right, if not every single time, but way more often than what you're able to do right now. I'm going to share with you how you can better assure that you are getting the right person for the job. It starts at the candidate stage of the process. It's what we are telling the candidate that is causing us to get the wrong person in the role at the start. If you are like most companies, you are working in concert with your marketing department to deliver your job postings out to the world. And you're telling everyone all of the best parts of the company and the role. This is really important. We do need to sell what are the benefits of working in our organizations. However, we also have to tell people what are the parts of the job that are very challenging if we want to get the right person in that role. The first step is that we need to make sure that we really do understand what are the challenges for the roles that we're posting and we're trying to hire into. So one of the ways to flesh out for the candidate and for your posting what the job is about is, yes, to think about the good parts of the job, but also to take another perspective on the position. You may have to put on your health and safety hat in order to do this. Health and safety professionals, when they're looking at jobs, they are considering the full work context. And what we mean by the work context, it's things like, what are the environmental conditions that the person will be exposed to on the job? Is this an inside job? Is it an outside job? If it's an outside job, are they working in inclement weather? Is it cold? Is it raining? Do they need to have special clothes? Is it an inside job? And are they dealing potentially with angry or hostile customers? All of these factors make up the context of the role. Now that we've itemized all of the things that are great about the role and maybe not so good, it's time now to think about the candidate side. We need to be able to ask the right questions of candidates in order to ensure that this is really the job for them. There's two sides to this. We are, as the employer, we're wondering, well, is this candidate the right fit for the job? But we also have to be helping the candidate to explore for themselves, is this job the right fit for them? And that's done through questioning. The questions that we would ask are exactly the same process that we would use to establish the context of the role. We would need to ask the candidate, are you willing to do these parts of the job? Many companies are very good at this. They will ask the candidate if they can lift a certain amount of weight or if they're willing to travel for the job. Those are quite obvious questions that we would ask in an interview. Sometimes we may not be so open to asking the person how they feel about dealing with people, say that they have customers that come in and that are angry or hostile. What we would prefer to do is to get candidates to figure out what are the things that they like to do and what they are willing to do, and then we will find the jobs that align with that. So again, it's about alignment. But certainly whenever an organization can clarify their jobs from the start as well as possible, tell the good things and the things that are not so good, then we have a much easier time matching candidates to the right role. It is almost impossible to get the right person in a role if we haven't fully explained what the job is about. Clarity is kindness in this case. Let's use a story to illustrate what I'm talking about. At the turn of the 1900s, Shackleton took an expedition to the Antarctic. And so he was on a ship and he originated in England. And the myth goes that he put a newspaper ad out. And basically what it said was he was looking for able-bodied men to go on a journey that they most certainly were not going to return from. It was a one-way trip to the Antarctic. And as the myth goes, that he had hundreds and possibly even thousands of young men that volunteered to go on this journey. How did a person get people to sign up for something that was going to end in their certain death? He was honest. He told them that it was going to be dangerous, but it was also going to be literally the opportunity of their lifetime, because their life was likely not going to be that long if they chose to go on the journey. They were going to see things that no other human had ever seen before. They would be the first person to ever lay their eyes on the Antarctic and the strange, wondrous sights that were going to be part of that journey. That's the power in providing clarity about the positions in your roles. You will be able to bring that right fit candidate who's going to help you to become whatever it is that your organization wants to be. If you've made it this far, then I know that you're interested in getting the right people into the right positions. But that's only part of the issue if you're striving for the highest potential for your organization. Another issue that holds organizations back is conflict in their leadership team. I have developed a free training video that you can access so you can get some of these tools that you can immediately action in order to help your team work through the conflicts that they're experiencing.